morning. Having fun yet? Don't forget to let the sponsors know that you are enjoying this. I sent a tweet out last night with recognizing the sponsors for what they've done for this event. Great hall, great conference, great people. All right. So my talk is on fitness with your Apple Watch and iPhone. I got my Apple Watch. Ordered it on 2 in the morning because in Iowa you're 2 hours ahead. Yeah, it's terrible. and Sarah got hers before I got mine. So I did not invoke that, dear, can I use yours first just to check it out? She gave me this look. All right, so you all know about me. And what's the problem to be solved? Well, the problem is we want to all get out and move a lot more. I mean, we sit our offices, we get out, maybe we walk out to the water cooler to get a drink of water. We need to get out more. And sometimes we walk to the refrigerator when we're working at home to get a drink, same thing. We need to get out more. And Apple's come up with this device that will help us, motivate us to do precisely those things. And but first off, and the medical community made me do this, public service announcement. Please check with your medical professional before embarking on any exercise regime. just to make sure that you're up to all this. Okay, in the beginning, we had the iPhone, and I had an iPhone 3GS. It was great. It had a GPS. It didn't have. I don't think it had a compass just yet. It had an accelerometer. It could determine steps. Maybe not very well, but it's got all these capabilities. And lots of people decided that they would do applications for the iPhone. So it's got the GPS, it's got maps, you can tell where you are, you're hiking along and you're lost. I've done this on many occasions. I'm riding a mountain bike and, where am I in the trail system? So I whip out the phone, look at the map and realize that if I had turned left back there, I wouldn't be going down this trail that was, 45 degrees downhill. What can you do? So it helps us quantify. We like to get some statistics sometimes. We like to do better than we did the last time before, and these phone applications help us do that by tracking our health. And with the new iOS 9, we have a health application that logs all this information. You can see all the graphs, and you can help you get yourself better. So with the iPhone, there were these applications. There was only one small minor problem, strapping this huge thing on your body and doing that. So we lived with it. I mean, I have an iPhone case that straps to my arm, and I use that. So there are some fitness apps as well that come with the iPhone. Some of you have seen these. Runkeeper is one of them. The one I use is Cycle Meter. And I want to say one thing before you may notice there's Runkeeper, there's Map My Ride, there's Cycle Meter. You might think initially by their name that they're used only for one kind of outdoor activity, like Cycle Meter says cycle, so maybe you think, it's only for bicycling. Actually, not true. So don't go around buying, I should get Cycle Meter, I should get one of each of all these things from the same vendor. They're actually the same app. Kid you not, they're actually the same app. Because after you buy all three of them, you realize, actually I could turn it into from running to bicycling mode. And you can track your miles. It's the same thing. You track miles traveled, your heart rate, and so on. So buy one. So don't buy unless they're free. Then hey, it's all down to memory on your iPhone. So there's Runkeeper, Cycle Meter. I use an app called Lose It, which was I wanted to monitor how much food I ate and try to control my weight initially. So I used Lose It. And one of the nice motivating things about Lose It was and another similar one is a Myfitnesspal. You have to go enter the food and the size and the number of, it'll figure out how many calories it is. And then you got a budget for the day. And then you go to okay, do I really want to eat that chocolate bar? Because I'll have to log it. I can scan the barcode, but I'll have to log it. So it gives you this kind of motivation, maybe I shouldn't have that chocolate bar. No, but if I had this carrot instead, it gives me better benefits, so I might take that. So Lose It's kind of cool. I used it for a while. It was really effective. I did achieve my goal, so I'm happy for that. So Map My Ride, Myfitnesspal, they all have roughly the same things for Myfitnesspal and Lose It, tracking calories. The other ones, tracking distances, gives you a map, looks at other routes. Another thing that's kind of cool, I don't really go for this one, which was the challenge with friends. I know when I had a Fitbit, I used to do a challenge in Allison's group. Don't want to talk about it. I don't know how she gets 20,000 steps in. Several trips around the block. But one thing I tell about Allison, she told me this, and the next time I have a meeting, I'm ruthlessly enforcing this. She believes in walking meetings. I want to have a meeting, let's go for a walk around the block, Achieves two things, makes the meeting short and keeps everybody fit. Yeah, okay. So it started with the iPhone, we got all these fitness applications, and then Apple said, they changed the game last year with the watch. So with the watch, we have to follow. We have a heart rate sensor, and those of you who have it know what that is. It's these 4 little things at the back of the watch that 2 of them shine a green light, the other 2 are sensors, and it reads your heart rate. It reads it reasonably well, although sometimes it just doesn't work right. But it's supposed to do that. So it does show you your heart rate, and wow, you can send your heart rate to somebody, your heart beats somebody else. I tried that once. Boy, it was not fun. It's very fast. It also has an accelerometer and a gyroscope. And the middle watch face there shows the workout application. I've used that. The first couple of times you take that one out, this is something they might tell you, I think. You have to bring your phone with you to calibrate the watch to your steps. The first couple of times it'll tell you, yeah, if you use the workout application and you do an outdoor run or a walk or a cycle, they need to be able to calibrate your walking. Now, I don't use it to cycle. I think I did it once, but you need an iPhone to get the GPS information because you're going slightly faster than walking. And it can't keep it up with the gyroscope or accelerometer. So for walks and runs, really good. Anything other than that, you have to bring your iPhone along, which I keep in a pouch on my arm, yeah. It also has Bluetooth 4.0 LE, which supports the older Bluetooth format as well. And I'll say one thing about it. It's got a music app, and you can download up to 2 gigs of music, one playlist, which is neat if you are doing a run and you don't want to bring your iPhone with you because the watch can track your steps while you're running. You don't have to bring your iPhone with you. So all you have is your watch. And I'll talk about a very important accessory for that. Since the watch doesn't have an audio jack on it, you need to get Bluetooth headphones, and it will pair with Bluetooth headphones. So we talked about the hardware in a watch. Reasonable enough. And then watch fitness apps. There are a few, and normally they're tied in with the phone apps. They're offshoots of the phone apps. So for example, Cyclemeter, which I use, has an app. Runkeeper also has an app on the watch. They're not really standalone. Many of them have to work with the phone tucked away somewhere. Shameless plug for Allison again. I have this huge honking thing on my arm. She mentions this thing called a spy belt, which clips to your waist, and you can put your phone lower down on your waist, and it doesn't take up this big space on your arm. And it's less pressure up here. I don't want my arm to go numb halfway. Not good. So SPI belt is something that she recommended. Anyway, so activity rings. I love them. I still try to close mine every day. One thing nice at work, they've given us standing desks, and that helps for me at work. The watch taps me and says, hey, time to stand. So I crank the desk up, stand, and sometimes it's 30 minutes to an hour, which I stand and work at the desk. The workout app's pretty useful too. I use that to, when I go for a run, occasionally when I need to go for a run. I'm a cyclist. I only run when I have to. I don't do triathlons. Several miles scare me. But I use the workout app just to track the miles. I do a mile, and I'm really happy as a clam. I'm going to increase that to 2 one of these days. So another thing that's kind of neat are timer apps. How are they useful? There is a timer app from the same people that give you Dispatch clean-shaven apps. This timer app lets you set up timers on your watch. For example, if you're doing an exercise that's broken up into several parts, 5 minutes of this, 5 minutes of this, 1 minute rest, another 5 minutes of something else. You can actually program this sequence of timers onto the watch, and it'll ding you and give you that buzz when that particular time is up, and you can see coming up, this is the next thing that's coming up. So it's great if you're doing exercises where there's a sequence of things to do and you need to program a rest time in between. So there are apps for timing. One thing I would love to see, and I think I haven't researched it yet, is multiple timers on the watch. I'm boiling an egg, cooking pasta, and baking a pizza at the same time, all of which have three different timers. And I think there are different timers capable on the watch. I just haven't found one yet. So we talked about Runkeeper. This is its display. Shows you how far you've run, how fast you're running, how long you've been running for, and your heart rate, all on the watch. One thing you notice, there's no physical button to start or stop an action. Same thing happens with the Apple's workout app. You have to press hard, and then a little, it'll change to the controls where you can do start, stop, pause, and so on. Little buttons show up there. You have to force press it. Most apps have the same thing. The middle one is Cycle Meter. I've used this one. I really like it. It uses it's an app that runs on the phone, but it uses the watch heart rate sensor to keep track of your heart rate while you're riding your bike, which is pretty unique. And it has that old style analog speedometer. So no, I do not go that fast, unless I'm going downhill. And where is it? 50? No, that's probably Sarah's time. Yeah. And then the final one is Lose It. Lose It also has a companion app. It makes it a little easier to track what you eat. I think you can force press, scroll through a list, pick out what you want to eat. So, so there are fitness apps which tie in. There are some standalone ones, but most of them, because of the heavy lifting you need with the phone, with GPS and so on, require a phone handy. Another question people have asked is, what about battery power on the phone, because you're running the GPS most of the time? I've never encountered it during a ride, but I would recommend carrying a small extra backup battery just in case. But I've never had that. The longest I've ridden for with the phone running one of these things is probably an hour on a bike with this. Usually I have my other bike computer, but on bikes that don't have a bike computer, I use Cycle Meter. Okay, what else can you do with this? Play music. This is the cool part. With your Apple Watch, you can have one playlist. It's limited right now, but I tell you, comparing the Apple Watch to the IBM mainframe I used when I was an undergraduate, the IBM mainframe can't play music, and it won't fit on your wrist. So you can play music. You just need to pair your Headphones, you go to settings, Bluetooth, and you can pair a set of Bluetooth headphones with that. You can exercise without your iPhone. And you can do Apple Pay without an iPhone. I've tried this. This is amazing. My work has now converted, workplace is converted to NFC, Apple Pay compatible slide and swipe things. The first time they introduced it, I went up there and oh, Apple Pay, cool. Ding. And they all looked at, everybody with credit cards went, ding. And now it's like, oh, okay, here she comes with a watch, okay. So you can actually Apple Pay, once you've unlocked it and it's on your wrist, you can Apple Pay without an iPhone. They've also made me spend a lot of money at work with this. So that's pretty cool. Now, accessories, Apple Watch, accessories. As Sheldon says, Howard says, it's better with Bluetooth. Yeah. First thing I have up is the Wahoo ticker heart rate strap. While the Apple Watch has those heart rate sensors on the back, they're okay. Most of the time, they're okay. If you're really serious about tracking your heart rate, that sensor is probably one of the best in the market. It's made by Wahoo Fitness. They're one of the pioneers in the industry for making cross-discipline applications and hardware. That particular Wahoo strap comes with a soft strap that goes around your chest, and this thing just snaps on two press studs on top of the chest, so you can take out the sensor and wash the strap, which is kind of a cool thing. It has both Bluetooth and another radio standard that most serious bike computers use, called ANT+. It can broadcast your heart rate on both frequencies simultaneously. So you can track it with your bike computer and on your iPhone at the same time. You can pair it with your iPhone. You can pair it with your Apple Watch. So the Wahoo Fitness sensor is the ticker, TICKR, better accuracy. Ear and headphones. If you're running and you need a set of headphones, Bluetooth ones, I bought a pair at Amazon Prime Day. They were 60% off. Couldn't pass that. And other things that help you track things. Smart scales, that's a YThing scale. It's Bluetooth and Wi-Fi enabled, so you step on it, your weight goes and gets captured by all these apps. And there are cycling specific and also running. They've got little pod thingies that attach to your shoes to track your steps more accurately. So cycling, they've got Bluetooth and ANT+ sensors that would track how fast you're going more accurately than the GPS does, because it tracks how many revolutions per minute your wheel goes, tracks how fast you're pedaling, and if you're really serious, like my partner Sarah is, she has a power meter. Tracks how much power output she puts when she races on her bike. So lots of accessories. And a couple of other accessories coming up. First accessory up there, I think for me personally, being out on the road quite a bit, if you're running out on the road, I highly recommend a road ID. What it is it's this thing that sits on your, and feel free to catch up with me later and have a look at it. It's this thing that sits on your wrist. It needs no batteries. And you can get engraved contact information, health information. I have my year of birth and a blood group on it, just in case. And also, this particular one, they have a website that you populate, secure website, you populate with all your health data, you put all that in, they maintain it for you, and there is a phone number that EMT can call, or they can go to a website and they enter PIN and ID number at the back of the wristband on the little, it's engraved on the back, and they can get all my med information straight away. Contact Sarah's information is there, all my medical information is there, so they can get all that, because I put them in. And if I'm unable to give all that information, they know where to look. So pretty handy. I've got a couple of coupons. I bought something, they gave me coupons. I've got a couple of them. Anybody who wants them, hit me up after that. So Road ID, highly recommended. Watch straps, you gotta accessorize. and Road ID is now made an ID plate that actually fits on the watch band, so that helps. And iPhone pouches, places to put all your stuff. So there's lots of accessories you can get out there. Now, I saw this yesterday. I've heard about it at WWDC and WatchOS 3. Okay, brief app might help, but what I really like is the activity watch face. Shows you all your rings right up front. And I also like the responsive apps that they've done, make it more responsive, and the dock capability. Because the only time I press that big button is when I need to send Sarah a text message. But now with the dock lets you swipe through and change applications quickly. I like that. So, do I have any questions? And I'm going to just put the information up here. Yeah. I'm going to just mention your question. Anybody use Runkeeper? Was it Gary? Map My Walk. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I was raising my hand for Runkeeper, but I also had a question about Bluetooth.
Okay.
I've gone running with my watch and my Bluetooth headphones without the phone, and sometimes if I straighten my arm too far down, the music cuts out.
Ah.
My phone is always perfect. Is there a difference in Bluetooth?
No, I think what happens is the question was, I'll repeat the question. He has a Bluetooth headphones, and when he goes running with the watch, sometimes the music, when he moves his arm farther down, the music cuts out. My guess is that the radio, Bluetooth radio here probably isn't terribly strong. And some of the headphones, the receiver might be on the left ear, and if you put your watch on the right ear and your watch on the left side, it just passes the distance and it cuts out. And then it might be interference and all kinds of stuff. Bluetooth is, one of those things. Yeah. Okay, yeah, Gary had a question this morning, and it's Map My Run. Does anybody know if Map My Run can interface with the Health app? Anybody uses Map My Run? All right. Tweet it. Keep trying. Okay. Any other questions? Yeah. Any questions? Anybody else? All right, thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.